I know you don't want this, but it's a little video journal. You know how you like to post stuff, so I'm getting you ready. And it begins.
My water really broke this time.
Like, you fucking can't stop for I keep peeing on myself.
I felt like I peed on myself.
So yeah, water broke around 3 this morning. It was around 4, eyes burning. Contractions like, what, 2 to 5 minutes?
Yeah.
It varies.
Right now, I'm okay.
The last one. You can do it.
I'm hot. I want to know when they get to the part where they give you the meds, because this shit hurt. I did not want to do this natural at all.
I need some ice chips. Some water, your mouth getting dry.
You made it here in good timing. For some reason, Edmonton seemed so far away. There wasn't even no traffic.
See, you can't run lights like that too often now. They got camera lights, and they ain't trying to hear your wife and leave her. They just gonna shoot you that $100 ticket, $100, $150. You get a couple tickets in the mail. So I had to stop them lights.
Oh, concentration.
Come on, you can do it. Breathe through it. Come on, deep breath into your nose, out your mouth.
What is up, people? Hey. So here we are, exactly a month from delivery, and of course I hate to tell y'all how it all went down. So before this video started, you saw a little snippet of what happened when we got to the hospital. So let me backtrack. First of all, I want to say, like, delivering like a full-term baby is totally different than delivering a preemie. Totally different. When, cause I never been this far, it was like crazy. So in July, I had like this burst of like discharge, thought my water broke. Called the doctor. They said, sound like discharge, but just to be safe, I want you to go to the hospital. Went to the hospital, stayed there for hours just so they can finally check me and say, no, your water didn't break. Sent me home. Then get home, I'm like, I just want to stay pregnant until at least after the baby shower. After the baby shower, as soon as the baby shower is over, this baby can come. Really, just because I wanted to have one baby shower where I was actually pregnant. So, made it to the baby shower, which I'll share a couple photos at the end of the video. But yeah, so made it to this baby shower. After that, it was like I was so over it. Like the pain of carrying the weight of like all the weight, and I'm steady growing. Like at that point, I'm gaining like 2 pounds, 3 pounds a week, and it was just a lot. I'm struggling to get up out the bed. I'm struggling to get out the car. Like, struggling to walk. Everything just absorbs like so much energy. I then couldn't see my feet, but now I really can't see my feet. And it's like a lot of walking, I swell up really bad. Too hot, I swell up really bad. And it's just like, just getting up. And I'm peeing like 50 times a day. So I'm like super over it. Then we get to another, like the day before Jay's birthday, August the 11th. doctor's appointment. I get another like, what's your discharge? But I had a doctor's appointment. So I called my mom like in a panic, like, what do you think I should do? Should I go to the hospital? Should I just wait for my doctor's appointment? So I wait for my doctor. She was like, you're not in any pain. Just wait for your doctor's appointment. Wait for my doctor's appointment. Guess what? No luck. Still gotta keep going. Doctor's like, oh, the doctor's like, oh, you just need to make it a few more days and you'll be full term. So I'm like, okay. By this point, I've ended the Makina. So no more shots of progesterone. They keep me pregnant. So I'm thinking, all right, hopefully I'll make it. I'm hoping I'll make it the weekend of my birthday. Not on my birthday. I'm thinking like that weekend, like that Saturday, Sunday. I'm hopefully I can get this baby out of me. I just wanted to make it to my birthday. Then I go back for another ultrasound. So go back for the ultrasound, and then the ultrasound they're talking about, oh, he weighing 8 pounds 3 ounces. And I'm like, so they like, it's a really big baby. So you're going to have to talk to the doctor about like your delivery. And I'm thinking like, I can still push this baby out. I didn't realize like there's a lot of risks. So this is something I learned. There's a lot of risks to delivering a really big baby. They can get stuck in a birth canal. They can get hurt really bad. Coming out of the birth canal, and if they get stuck and they can't come all the way out, the doctors would have to do some kind of procedure to push them back up in the birth canal, and then give you a C-section, which also is at risk to hurt you and the baby. So it was like things that I did not know, did not think of. I didn't even know it was possible. So then I'm like scared, freaking out, but not super freaking out. I'm just getting really nervous about delivery process. And one of the biggest things, like, I don't want to push this baby out and he rips me from the front to the back. Like, who wants to come on with all those stitches? So I'm just talking to everybody, getting like delivery stories from hearing from everybody I can think of, pretty much. So what ends up like, so I just wait for my next appointment. Get to the next appointment, and I'm scheduled to see the nurse practitioner, not the regular OB in the OBGYN office I see. That I'm going to. She gives me some great advice, answers some of my questions, and she educated me to like, all right, now, if I wasn't nervous before, I'm definitely nervous. So she sends a email to the doctor that I seen the week before, so they can give me a phone call and we can discuss delivery from there, so that I don't have to wait the following week for my next appointment. Then she says, let me check your cervix, because at this point they have to check my cervix every week to see if see how far dilated I am, like just to see what's happening. She texts me, this is August the 18th, the day before my birthday. She checks me, she's like, you have this large amount of discharge. I think you might have ruptured. And I'm like, it's not that gush of water that, that happened before, just like it was a little bit, that wasn't a whole lot. It's not the kidding. I felt like minor contractions, but at this point I'm feeling contractions randomly throughout the day, and they're not the like typical pains that I've been seeing, like typical contraction pains that I had when I was pregnant with Joanne Lana. So I'm like, you sure? Like, I'm confused. But I mean, I'm thinking she might be right. She says she can see the baby's hair, so she does her little the little swab test, and says that I'm ruptured, and she wants me to go to the hospital. Call Jay, leaves work, we go to the hospital, we get there, we wait, and the doctor tech she does the same test, and she's like, it's not saying you ruptured. Then she does some other tests, still no rupture. And then she does an ultrasound just to like really make sure, measure the fluid around the baby, and everything is what it's supposed to be. So she sends me home. But she says it has to be happening soon because you're 3 centimeters, and she can see the baby here. So now 2 doctors don't tell me they can see the baby's here. So I'm like, all right, go home, take Lana to gymnastics, pick up some dominoes, eat, fall asleep, wake up in the middle of the night because it's crazy storm outside, listen to the rain so I could drift off to go back to sleep, and I fall back asleep, and then next thing I know, around, I want to say like 3:15 in the morning, I start feeling like there's water coming out, and I jump up like, oh, like I'm thinking I'm about to pee on myself. So I don't want to pee in my bed. So I jump up, and it just like shoots out. But then I still feel like I have to pee. So I go to the bathroom, I pee, and like I wipe myself, and I don't have my contacts in or my glasses on. I'm like, what is this? And I see like the mucus and blood mixed together. So I'm like, that I'm now I know probably was my mucus bug that was coming out. And I get up, but immediately I'm feeling contractions, like contraction after contraction. So after I go to the bathroom, I'm like, I want to like try to wash off before I wake Jay up. So I try to wash off, but as I'm in the bathtub just trying to wash off, it's gushing out again. So I'm like, so I try to wash again. So I get out the tub, try to like dry off. I tap Jay, tell Jay like my water broke. He like, it did? I'm like, yeah. So he hops up, he starts putting his clothes on. I'm trying to put my clothes on. But it's like such a struggle because in the midst of it, I'm just feeling another contraction. I try to breathe through it and just stand and wait for it to be over. Finally get my clothes on, another contraction. Breathe through it, put my contacts in real fast. I grab my phone and my glasses case and we leave. Jay, thinking that this is about to be a very long process, instantly thinking about food, talking about something. You think you want to stop at Wawa, but on the way, no, we're going to the hospital. I need some pain medication. So he backs up. He gets the car, pulls it in front of the door. As we trying to get out the door, more of my water is breaking, and it's just a lot of stuff going on at one time, and I'm trying to process it all, little by little, and breathe through the contractions. So we get in the car. We're on our way to Abington, and for some reason, like the hospital that is normally, especially no traffic, like 20 minutes away, it felt like it took forever to get there. I was just in so much pain. I just couldn't move. I just like, they had to be no more than 2 to 5 minutes apart, like, cause they just kept coming, and when they came, like, it was bad. It was like contractions feel like the worst possible period cramps you could ever feel in life. So we finally get to the hospital. They get us up to labor and delivery. like you gotta sign like consent papers and stuff. I'm struggling, like just having contraction after contraction, and it just seemed like it took them forever to get us back in triage. Finally, get back in triage. Then the the nurse comes in, so I'm like having a lot of contractions, and then I'll explain to them everything that's happened, and we're waiting for the doctor. The doctor comes in, and she's like, she does her little swab test. They gotta do the little dumbass swab test. That swab test was like the most annoying thing in the world. But do the little swab test. She said like, oh yeah, you definitely ruptured. She checks to see how far dilated I am. So she checks and she's like, oh, you're complete. I don't know what I thought complete meant in that moment, but to me, I don't know. I thought complete meant like now I can get some medication. They was like, no, you don't. You can't get that. It's time to push. They rushed me over to the labor and delivery room, the room I'm delivering. They start switching, like they get me in the bed. They taking everything apart, setting it up, prop my legs up, and just get me like where I need to be. And then they tell me it's time to push. Push. I don't like, just slide out on his own. So we pushing. It was like the nurse was right there, like everybody's watching the screen to see when my next contraction is coming. So they're like, as soon as they see the contraction come, it's just like push. The one doctor, it was two doctors in there. Well, you know how they have the resident and the doctor. So the resident, she's just like going push, 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 push. Me and Jay was like, yo, we both wanted to push her. Like we wanted to push her because that push, push, push shit was annoying. Then Jay was like, he was just the best. He was just the best. He cracking jokes in my ear and like just getting me like so encouraging, like holding my hand and just like telling me how proud of me he is, because I'm delivering this baby natural, and that definitely wasn't in our birth plan at all. It just wasn't on my to-do list when it's time to go into labor. But then I get to this point and I just feel like I was just pushing for forever, and it was hurting like so bad. Like the pain was just so much. And I'm not a pain person. Like I can't take pain at all. So I just get to the point I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I told Jay, I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. So everybody's like, yes, you can. Jay's like, you can do it, babe. I know you can. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. You're almost there. Everybody keeps saying it's almost there. He's almost there. The baby's almost there. But like, what is almost? Like everybody that from this pregnancy, I permanently hate the word almost. Like, because that's what they kept saying. Everything was, you're almost to the end. You're almost there. No. Almost don't count. It was horrible. So, nobody could tell me really how much more pushing. I need a definition. So, I never got my definition. He finally, like, getting there. Then it was, like, this one part, and they're like, oh, breathe, or like hold your breath. And I guess I was holding my breath too much because I started turning red. They were like exhale. They tell me to breathe again. Anyway, we get to the end. His head is like right there, and I can feel it. And then like push again. I'm pushing it. Come to the next contraction. I push again. Now I feel him like starting to hang out. And I'm trying to push, but the contraction is over. They like, you gotta wait till the next contraction. But I can't take it no more. Like, I literally feel his head, like, starting to hang out of my vagina. That is so uncomfortable. Like, it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world. Like, something like, I don't know, like, when you trying to poop, and you feel it like halfway out, but it's just not all the way. That's just imagine it's just like that, but really, really big. So then we get to the next contraction, and I push, and it's finally out. And then all my prayers and my wishes and everything I told everybody came true. It was a boy. Hallelujah. Because I can't take any more girls. But hallelujah. Came out a boy. And they weighed them. He came at 5:18 in the morning. So first he stole my birthday. That was it. So now I have to share my birthday with my son. Everybody's like, oh, it's the best birthday gift ever. No, it's not. It's the best gift that life can ever give you. It's a beautiful gift to be able to give birth to a healthy baby. But not on your birthday. Like I'm grateful for the gift. But I still wish it wasn't on my birthday. And the craziest thing is, he was born 7 pounds 6 ounces. I was 7 pounds 3 ounces when I was born, and I was 22 inches long. He was 21 inches long, and I was born at 5:51 a.m. and he was born at 5:18 a.m. So it was like he tried to jack everything about my identity in the day I was born. Like, but that's here nor there. Came out healthy, screaming. The lungs worked wonderfully. Definitely wonderfully. He Jay got to cut the Jay made sure he cut the umbilical cord. We got to do skin to skin in between contractions. If you watching this and you have a baby, just let you know, in between contractions, they do shove a stick up your nose to test you for COVID. Or maybe my labor just went too fast. Cause all in all, from the time my water broke until he came, pretty much was in labor like a good 2 hours. So that part was a blessing. Even though it was a lot of pain, a lot of pushing, like it went fast. Hallelujah. Yeah, it feels great to have my body back. I feel like my hormones are getting back into order. My appetite, still not there. It's kind of, I don't know, wishy-washy. My stomach is going down. I think I'm pretty much, I got a little bit of a fupa, a little bit, but not that much. Definitely gonna get back on my little workout plan to get my flat stomach back. Having Josh and bringing him home to, the great thing was all the kids were home when he was born, so all the kids got to be here when we came home from the hospital, and it just makes our family complete. Like, when you have a blended family, it's so much change and so much back and forth because the kids go from one home to the other, but to have your own child together that's always with you, and you don't have to share with someone outside the home, or you don't have to go back and forth about what should be done for the child or with the child, and it's a different feeling. And it, like, everybody's bonded, the kids have a sibling that they share together in addition, to us. We're all definitely connected. So we definitely felt like one before, but this seals the deal. Like, it makes the family complete. And that's the great part about it. It's a big adjustment. Like going from having all older kids and you got this little tiny infant. Last like the little tiny infant here crying and you gotta play the guessing game and the check off list to kind of figure out what he needs and what he's looking for to make him feel better. So, and I ain't gonna lie, it's been a couple of times like, oh shit, we forgot we got a baby. So, but I'm glad. I'm happy that we did this. We embarked on this journey together. It's been an extremely intimate time for me and Jay because we've experienced this, but we've never experienced it in this light with somebody you truly know you spending your life with and that you love and you already have a family with. So it's been great. Now the sleeping, the lack of sleep, that ain't great. The changing of the shitty diapers up his back because he's had a couple of them. Those is not great. Trying to managing him and the 4 other kids. Yeah, sometimes that's not that good. Not that great either. But you gotta take the good. You have to take the good with the bad, and I think we definitely are. And I think we handling it really well. It's a lot. It's overwhelming. It's definitely overwhelming being a new mom again with already having 4 children. So I'm not gonna lie, the weeks when it's just Joy Lana here is like a reprieve for me, like a release, cause it's just calmer. It's less people to worry about. Less people, like, especially like school started, like, and everybody's back in person. You gotta make sure everybody back and get to school on time, get to their bus on time. Everybody made their lunch, took their showers. Josh had his bottles, trying to get him on a routine and making sure we giving him the formula and the breast milk. It's just all a juggle. I feel like I'm in a circus learning how to juggle. But it's going good. My girls have really been really helpful. Lana and Kira have been really helpful. The boys, they help a little bit, like a little bit. Sometimes when they see me like trying to carry in a car seat, they'll offer to come and like, you need help? I can carry him. They'll carry the car seat for him, so I'm not carrying him back and forth to the car, especially when Jay isn't here. So they are helpful, but my go-to helpers, of course, is my girls. They always, you know, they always there to support. I don't know what else to say. I was trying to think of something real fast. But all in all, we've survived the first month. Postpartum has been really good. You know, now it's just going to be a continual adjustment and a continual growth and new things on the journey. So hopefully you keep watching the journey because I gotta update you on all the things that's involved Mr. Joshua Cornelius Pittman. So I'll be dropping a new video every month just to let you know where we at with him. Right now, Tuesday we find out how much he weigh. Our last week check, he was 7 pounds, 13 ounces. They didn't measure how long he was. And we know he don't like to be cold. But he don't want you to wrap his arms up even. He want to be able to swing his arms all around. He loves to watch the ceiling fan go around in a circle. Why? I don't know. But he do. He like to sit up and he wants you to talk to him. Like he think you supposed to be having a whole conversation with him all the time. Like, boy, don't nobody got time to be talking to you all day long. But can't tell him that. He knows when you got a camera in his face because he will go like this and then open his eyes and then close it real quick. His sister got him a show, Coco Melon. He likes that. So Lana found something he like, I guess, because it's bright colors and they sing. So of course Lana would find that for him, because that's her baby anyway. Even though she don't change diapers. What else did he do? He not doing much, and he got a meme mug. He got a meme mug, and a couple times he done gave some people the finger. So he not with the ish. That's all we know about Joshua. That's what we learned about him. That's what he made sure he let us know in his first month of life. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, we will we will learn more in the next month. So hopefully you will watch that video. Till next time. Peace. Bye.